Hello and welcome to this very quick demo on how to use LogixOne Operator for Zoho CRM and basically how you can utilize it as a field service business. That is a field service management solution that's plugged directly into Zoho CRM. Unlike other field service solutions, the entire application lives and breathes inside Zoho CRM. So at no point do you need to exit Zoho CRM. Basically log in, and any user that you have assigned permissions to the LogixOne module will be able to access the tool. All right. So in this video, I really just want to quickly cover over very quickly how you can use it to create jobs. So you can see I've already created in this demo environment, I've already created a bunch of operators. You can find your operators by going to the LogixOne Operators module. So if I go into dashboards here, and then I go to LogixOne Operators. Okay, here are your LogixOne Operators. So you can see if I just open up John here, you can see here's John's login email address, their username and password and so forth is all basically entered here. But for this demo, I'm really just going to show the latest update of how we can use LogixOne Scheduler to basically do everything from the one window. So let's say that one of my accounts has rung up and wants me to do a window clean. Or it could be anything that you do. It could be a pool clean. It could be installation of a window or maintenance service or anything that requires remote work. What I can do is I can basically come to the LogixOne module with inside Zoho CRM, and I can see here from my timeline view what my current operators have to work with. Now, what you can do is you can create a temporary operator. So you could actually just create a temporary operator here and not really assign it to any physical operator, and create that job here and then associate it, and then later down the track when you actually want to actually give it to someone, you could do that. So let's do that as an example. Let's say one of our customers has rung and they want a window cleaning service, all right, and they want it done on Thursday. Okay, so what I can do is I just quickly create a job on Thursday, window cleaning, and let's basically create it for the Marriott Hotel. And we'll just put that there in the job description. All right, and then we want the job to occur on Thursday, and we want it to start from, they want it done at 7 o'clock in the morning, and we estimate it's going to take about 2 hours. Okay, so we'll put a start time here of 7 o'clock and a finish time of 9 o'clock. All right, and now this is a one-time event, or it could be reoccurring. So they may want their windows cleaned every morning or daily or every week. Let's do it weekly. Okay, so they want their windows cleaned every Thursday morning at 7 a.m. and they want it'll take approximately 2 hours. Okay, so you can see that given I've selected a weekly recurrence or weekly service frequency, I've got to tell it how often I want the job to repeat. So I want this to repeat every week, every 1 week, and they want us to do it until the end of March next year. And we don't want it to occur on a Sunday and a Saturday because that's when we're not working. We can put some notes in here. Okay, and then we can select how we want to notify the customer via email or via SMS. If we want the customer to sign the job at the end of it or not, whether we requested the field service team gets the customer to sign, and then we need to select our service items. Now these service items are coming from the Zoho CRM products module. Okay, so it's all fully integrated. Okay, so let's just, sorry, that's the wrong one. Let's go for a 1 hour window clean. You can see we've already got the list price here, and we're going to put two of those in there because this is a 1 hour. And so you can see now that's added to $200. I could make that 80 if I wanted to there, or if I could just leave it at the standard list price, okay? And then basically we've done it. We've put in our subject, we've selected the operator, we've given it the time, the service frequency request, and we'll click Save and Sync. So we'll just give it a second to save the job and then synchronize it. All right, so now that job has been created. And there you go. All right, it's right there. You can click that, you can see the event here, you can edit it from here, you can open the underlying Zoho CRM event, or you can actually open the underlying Zoho CRM job. All right, but there's the job there. It's basically there, and I've got that in what I call the temporary or holding operator. Okay, I haven't actually assigned it to a live field operator yet because I'm not sure who I want to give it to. All right. I could have actually just created it from here, and you can see it would have already associated directly to John. But because I selected it here, then it's going to associate it to the temporary operator. All right. So let's say I'm Wednesday afternoon, and then I look at Thursday. I could go to my day view. All right. And then I could see I'm on today here, and you can see these are my jobs for today. And if I wanted to, I could go to the next day. So you can see that I can see my entire day here, or I could go back to my week view, and then we could say, okay, no, I'm going to leave it at 7 a.m. I've already got it, and I'm going to associate it to, who do I know that I've got? I'm going to give it to Terry, okay, because Terry's free up until 9 a.m. So I can simply pick that up and then drag it down here to Terry, drop it, and then you'll notice that that job is actually there. Okay, so now Terry has that job of the 7 a.m. Now let's log on to Terry's device and let's have a look and see which one he is. Sorry, I've got a few open here. Okay, there's Terry there. Okay, and so let me go back to Terry and let's go to the 7th there when I created that job, and there's that job there that's been created. Okay, so it's as simple as that. You could actually then change that and give it to Sarah. All right, so now the job's been updated. It's given it to Sarah. Let's go back onto, oops, let's go back onto Terry's device, sync that. Okay, so now the job's gone off Terry's and it's gone onto Sarah's. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it back to Terry. Oh no, we'll leave it with Sarah. Okay. All right. So basically, you can see how that works. Now, let me show you what's happening now when the guys in the field are finishing their jobs. All right. So if I come back to today, which is the 5th here, you can see I've got all these open jobs. You can tell that they're open because they're blue here. So basically, what I can do is see, I've got all these open jobs for today. Okay, none of them have actually been finished. But then let's go on to Terry and then let's start the job. So you can see he's got this job, the Sofitel daily cleaners, okay, on the 5th. So he can basically open that job up. He can check in and you can see that now his location and the operator has been logged. You can see now also back in LogixOne Operator that the job has changed from blue to purple, okay, and so you can see that the job now is in progress. And if I wanted to see only jobs are in progress, I could just click the in progress button here. All right, and it's only going to show me the in progress job. So I'll go back, I'll click all jobs again, and now I'll see all of the jobs that are here, okay. You can also see over here on the left-hand side, I should mention it, that Terry is logged in and his shift has started, okay, and I'll show you that in a second. But let's say Terry's basically done the job. He is requested to do 3. He actually did 3 and he did 1 of those. Also, if there are any additional items that he's used, they can be actually tracked here. But let's just say that's it. He can actually save the job, okay. So the job is technically still open, but he's actually just saving the job. And then once that job is saved, we can go back to his jobs and we'll see that that will go to purple. So we notice that it's open. We can go back and we can open the job and then we can come and complete it. So let's say he's basically done the job. That actually went from 3 to 4. Okay, 3 to 4, and we'll save and complete that. All right, now you see that it's actually telling us that the quantities that were requested are different from the actual final, but that's okay. We'll accept that. We'll continue. All right, now you see the job here went green. So back in the office, the admin team is watching this. They can see the job went clean. Terry can actually add some notes here. All right, if the job needs follow-up, he can tick here to say that it needs follow-up. Okay, and then he can save that. If he needs to create and attach any uploads from his phone or from his gallery, he can do that. If there are any attachments associated with the job, so if you've added any attachments, you can add to the job, you can put those here. All right, so now the job is completed. All right, so you can see here now, if I just minimize Terry's app, so here that's him running on either an Android or iOS device, you can see that that job's been completed. I can click it, and now you can see there's an invoice associated to it. You can see the job's completed, and now there's a Zoho CRM invoice. So if I click that and open it up, here's the invoice that's associated to that job. You can see who the operator was. You can see where the job was completed, what the check-in time was, the time to complete, the job location, and so on. All of that information was there, and that this job needs a follow-up. All right, so you can see that information there. And we can see the service items that were actually completed. So you can see here's the 4 that he selected here and the 1 of this service items. Here's the total invoice. And then if you have our Sync to Zoho Books feature, you can actually just click this button. And now you have a copy of that invoice created in Zoho Books, which is right here. So I can click that link. It'll open up Zoho Books. Close that, and here's that invoice ready to be sent to the customer. Of course, you could actually send that from here, that invoice from here using normal Zoho CRM, send email, select the template that you want and send it to the customer. Now, you'll notice that I'm using Canva to actually view this information. Well, if you want, these Canva layouts don't actually come with LogixOne Operator, but if you want access to those, we can give those to you for free. And then you can basically install them very quickly in your own Zoho CRM environment. If I just jump back into LogixOne Scheduler, just to give you a bit more update on some of the other features. So you can see here down the left-hand side, we've got all of our operators, how many jobs they've got for the current view. You can switch between day, week, and monthly views. You can see here's my upcoming jobs for my month. You can search by jobs here. Again, you can filter by jobs that are completed or jobs in progress and so on. Up the top here, we're in the timeline view that you can see here. We also have a normal traditional calendar view. So if you click that, you can see here we have all of our jobs in a color-coded calendar view. So if I go to week, which might be a little bit easier, you can see here's all my jobs, and you can see they're color-coded by operator. All right. Now I can also filter by operator, so I can just show me Chris Wilson's jobs. Okay, so that'll show me just Chris Wilson's, or show me Chris and John's jobs. Okay, so there's Chris and John's. You can drag and drop here. So I can move the times from here, or I can make a job longer. I can edit the job here and change, say the operator, or I can jump back into timeline and you can see it's already filtered here. I can say, no, look, you know what? Chris is ill on Wednesday. Chris is not going to be here on Wednesday because of leave or something. I can quickly drag and drop that from Chris to John. All right, so you can see that job. And now that job will now appear on John's app. All right. You can hide the operators if you like, so you can just show this view here, or you can come back and show. Let me clear all this so I can show all operators. I can also filter by operators that have started their shift and stopped their shift. Let me show you how that works. So what I'll do is I'll just go back into Terry's app. This is Terry's Android or iOS device. Okay, so this is running on his phone. So you can see Terry has started his shift. Okay, so let's say Terry finishes. Here's Terry down here. Let's say Terry stops. We can stop his shift, or he can stop his shift. Okay, you'll notice here that Terry's shift has stopped here. Okay, so what I could do is actually drop this box down and say, show me only people that haven't started their shift. And I can see that Terry hasn't started his shift. All right, so I can message Terry and say, hey, can you start your shift? Let's go back into Terry. Let's start his shift. All right, so now we can see that he's started, okay? And now let's go and see all those that have started their shift, all right? All right, another feature moving across from left to right is our maps feature. All right, so full integrated geo tracking capability to actually physically see where all of my operators are at any given point in time. Okay, you can see, so all these are green because they've started their shift. All right, so here's Terry here, and if I go back into Terry and I stop my shift, you'll notice Terry will go red here. Then we can see that Terry has stopped his shift. All right, let's start him up again. And now let's simulate him moving. Okay, so using this little emulator, this Android emulator, I can simulate the position moving. All right, give it a sec. So you can see Terry's moving here. Obviously, he's not going to be going that fast, but it will update every 10 seconds. It will take a location of update Terry's coordinates every 10 seconds based on his latitude and longitude that's coming from his device. So for many customers that are already running tracking devices, you don't need them. All right. Some other functionality in the map which is really great is that you can see map other items such as your job events for the day. So what I can do is I can say, right, show me, select my job events. Let's select from today. Let's say its own the start date is today. I only want to see for today's dates, and I want to see all jobs, and then I can just click apply. All right, and you can see it'll start to map out those jobs. All right, so here's a job, and I can click on them. All right, and then I can open the underlying corresponding CRM job to that here, or the CRM event. I can see who the job is for, what account, and who the operator is. All right, that's very quickly. You can do multiple days, so you can say, let's do from the 5th to the 7th. All right, so that's done. I can also map out my actual job cards if you like. So I can say here, okay, let's show me my jobs for all states. Let's just say Victoria and all postcodes, and then click apply. All right, and then you can see here are all my jobs. You can also notice it's kept my events there as well. And sometimes I might want to do that because I can say, right, okay, show me all my jobs where I don't have an event. So I've got a job here without an event, so I can see someone hasn't synchronized that job yet. But another way I can do it is actually show my accounts. All right, and I'll just say for Vic here, I'll click apply. All right, and so you can see now, here's all my jobs. And I can see which ones I haven't got, sorry, here's all my accounts, which ones I haven't got jobs. So I can click that and I can find out, oh, how come Hilton hasn't got any jobs? Maybe they're a good target customer. All right, and I can do the same thing for my contacts as well, but I can also do operator history. So what I can do is log my operator's history, actually their physical movement. So I'll do, we're not going to see much movement today, but let's do from the 4th. All right. To the 5th at 3 o'clock and click apply. All right, so you can see there's been some movement there. Okay, now your guys, when they're actually physically moving, they'll be following the streets and such. So you'll actually see the history, the operator history move around. Okay, so this is a good way to track where people have actually been. Another great way to track where people have been is to use our log function, which is the next icon along. So I can click the operator log, And now I can see all of my operators here, and I can show all of my operators, or I can select different operators, and I can select the period of time that I want to do it. Okay, so from here I'm going to use the pre-formatted current month, so I can click this month and then apply that filter. Now you'll notice that some of these have no activity, all right, but you can see someone like Chris has got activity. So I can click Chris, and you'll open that up, and then all of his check-in information for that month is here. All right, so you can see start shift, stop shift, check in, check out, check in, check out, and you can see that these are creating jobs, and the jobs and final invoices that have been creating them. Also the creation, the location of where they've actually logged that information, and then you can export that to Excel. So I'll quickly do that. Okay, there it is there. And I'll open it. Let me just close that. And there is our log for our operator. So you could import this into your payroll system, whatever, and you can actually calculate then the hours and locations and information that your operators are logging as they perform their daily tasks. Okay, we'll just close that down. I'll go back into scheduler. All right, so that's very quickly showing you how to how LogixOne Operator works, how simple it is to use. You'll also notice you have the ability to WhatsApp us directly if you like, or we actually have a LogixOne support functionality here. If you want to look up our knowledge base or ask us any questions, you can do so here. All right, we're more than happy to do private demonstrations. If you've installed LogixOne Operator from Zoho Marketplace and you're looking for a little bit of help to get started, please reach out to us directly. We're more than happy to jump on a very quick call with you and help you get started with the platform. Obviously, with any type of system like this, there is a bit of a learning curve. We've done a lot to actually help make it a lot easier to use. But if you're looking for, just a quick how to get started, we're more than happy to do that. Or if you're looking for a personalized demonstration. So yeah, we hope you like our tool. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube video channel. We're always coming out with Zoho tips and tricks. If you've got any Zoho questions whatsoever, please reach out to us directly. And yeah, happy field service management tools. All right, thanks for watching.